I'm Sam.
And I'm Aidan.
And this is Rose Roast.
As
and
always.
we are here for the wrong
reasons.
Wrong reasons.
I'm here for the wrong reasons.
So you guys, we are doing one episode about 2 episodes.
Do you want to take off with?
So a meaty topic tonight. We got a lot to discuss.
So Chase got the first one to win.
They did have like tantric yoga, Karma Sutra sex basically on screen. Very a la Chris Soules and Girl with Eyebrows breathing into each other, if you were familiar with that.
Yes.
A lot of just sexual breathing. A lot of no dialogue at all.
Right.
But yet again, here we are, there in love.
It was a very sexual episode, actually. You got a rose, right?
He sure did.
And then he like told his sob story about like having divorced parents, which has been there, done that.
We don't care. Group date. I said this last season, the talent component of every group date is what makes me feel young again. In this scenario, it was sexual stories, a la stand-up, a la Yesin.
The producers were like, all of these guys think they're funny, so let's test it. Mm-hmm. And B, every single one of them is a selfish lover, so let's explore that.
Yeah.
In their own words.
And boy, did they.
Can I tell a story about never going down on a girl? Yeah.
That's good. Also, this was the start of the
Sideswept bangs.
sideswept bangs
Against the Hulk.
Against the Hulk.
My favorite part of that though is Evan like really hyped it up. Like he was like, you guys, guess what I'm gonna roast? I'm gonna make fun of Chad. And they're like, oh, that's like pretty interesting that you're the smallest guy here and like you're really poking the beast on that one. But and Alex was in the background being like, yeah, girl, get it. Yeah. Talk about his roids. He never really said anything. He was like,
He didn't outright say like, there's a guy in our house who takes steroids.
Right.
Like,
he
never
like really
said this about
pussyfoot
Chad.
around it.
Yeah, and Chad said that he doesn't take steroids and like, why would he?
Right.
He was just like provoked because Evan pushed him when they were like sidestepping away from each other.
Which is kind of believable if like he never named him in the stand-up.
Do you do steroids? Like, do I believe you?
Right.
Do you think that he does steroids?
Who the fuck knows? I don't know if that's natural though.
Yeah.
I've never worked out a day in my life. Who am I to say? What's a weight?
Truly. From a bystander's perspective, I felt like all the guys were just like, this guy really works out and like he's hard to talk to and he's like made one threat one time, therefore like let's all run away from him at all times and like you're horrible. I don't know.
Also like can't really stand Evan because the whole time he was like, I'm gonna bully Chad, like watch what I can do to him, and then in the end he was like, Chad, you owe me an apology. It's
and
like, you knew what you were doing.
Okay, so just to get the progression of this relationship, so like Evan called out Chad, then they like had this brawl back home, and then it was the start of Evan going to Chris Harrison. But not before they got a security guard to patrol this man.
And Evan went to Chris Harrison and was like, Dad, I don't feel safe and I'd really like it if you sent Chad home.
The fact that he would go to Chris Harrison for support. Chris Harrison is so useless. You know what I mean? Like, he can't do shit for you.
And Chris Harrison doesn't want to do shit for you. Like, when he like was approached, he was like, oh, yeah.
He's like a boy.
Hey, Chad, can you find a way to sort this out on your own? Love Chad's attitude that whole time. He's like, yeah, I'll take care of this conversation.
There's a to be continued, which led us straight to the rosé ceremony. Classic episode 4, all the gentlemen of the non-whites, peeps of C, out. I forgot to mention that JoJo gave Evan the rose. And this was because he was like, listen, I'm giving you an ultimatum. It's either me or you're keeping Chad Michael Murray. And she said, I'm smelling what you're passing, but I'm not going to choose either or because I still think Chad's cute. His mom died 6 months ago. He's probably still struggling from that, which is like respectable. And you're gross, but like I'm sure producers are making me do this. I'll keep you around. Here's the rose. Shut up forever. And your hair is gross.
She's like, don't kiss me, don't kiss me.
Then that leads us to the Juan on Juan date. Then they get into a hot tub. And the whole time me and Aidan were watching and we were like, she seems loose.
She's not sober. This is powered by wood, so you're gonna chop some.
Chop the wood, make it hotter, please.
And then it would cut to her in the confessional. She'd be like, he's a man's man. Like a man.
She was like, he's all man. He's amazing.
The whole time she was like, I can't get enough of this.
Then they end with a one-on-one concert with like everyone's favorite band.
Shay and Dan. Thanks, Google. He signed to T-Pain's record. Who knew he had one?
Who knew he had one? Who cares that he has one? We do. Tonight. Right now.
I'm gonna listen all night.
I've already bought the album. Let's get into the group date.
Okay.
They play sports.
Yeah.
Because JoJo likes an athletic man. Shocker. She often flirts athletically.
So JoJo comes out with her closest ESPN pals. Is one of these guys supposed to be Aaron Rodgers' brother? Did I hear that correctly? JoJo, is that you? Are you related to Aaron Rodgers? Not a clue. Had never heard of him before, so...
So Chad was right. He is a nobody, nothing, once did football one time.
I mean, there's nothing like a realtor telling you that you're nothing. James Taylor had a little cut, yay to hey.
Bless his heart, none other than JT, the lesser, 18th page on Google Images known James Taylor with the cut of nothing.
Do you think that this will affect his vocal capabilities?
God, I hope not, because...
I hope so.
Me too. Although I do think you're here to promote your new album, nay, mixtape, nay, SoundCloud account.
I do love the producer who obviously was milking his little cut, because when the medic came over and JoJo was like, will he need stitches? She was like, yeah. But he was bandaged to the head, like eyebrows gone. His head high.
Because bless his heart, he has no confidence, so they're just like...
Or self-awareness, it seems.
Sure. So they're like, make him a huge pussy. Honestly.
Oh my god, wait, we can't blow past Evan's attire to play sports. I've never wanted to touch a sport in my life, but I know I wouldn't look that gay on the field. He had headband on, his side bangs tucked under them, and to balance that out so he doesn't look asymmetrical like a Picasso, he puts one finger swipe of whatever that shit is under his eye.
Tart? I don't know.
Pure Nelly.
I hate him. I don't even know what to say. He is so gross.
I've said this to you before, and I'll say it again for the 300 people to hear.
250.
250, at best.
At most.
I don't like him on TV because he's ugly. I don't need him.
Let's roll past
Yes.
to the continuation of the date.
Yeah.
I love when they do pure Survivor Man. Two guys that absolutely hate themselves.
Each other.
Last time we've given you a knife, we've given you enough food for the next 2 hours, and you go to the middle of nowhere and just survive.
I think we all saw it coming. I thought they were both being left because Alex is so gross and has no personality aside from hating Chad.
Lord Farquaad, just to make that clear.
It was when he was like, I'm a little on the short side. I was like,
no.
You're wearing children's clothing.
You are tiny!
Have you ever been on Santa's sleigh? JoJo was all the way over it. She was like, Chad, I've had enough. You gotta go. Bye.
I honestly thought that she was going to keep Chad, to be honest. If somebody, like, pushes you around so much, you're going to...
React.
I'm
with you and I agree, and I was there last episode, but as we all know, I like to turn on the contestants, and I have.
And turn on me, you stupid bitch.
That's right. I just wouldn't want to date him. It would be embarrassing to bring him around your friends. He's obviously a human nightmare. He's testy as fuck. He's so dramatic. He's a crybaby, like...
I hear you.
No.
You're not wrong. Like, he'd be a wide-awake nightmare to date, but I do feel bad for him.
In a sense, but...
Okay.
I'm sure he'll enjoy a hefty club fee
Sandwich.
to appear.
I'm sure...
That too. But...
I think he just, like, has pig on a roast with, like, the apple in it, and he just goes to town. He's so gross. But I love him.
Deal.
Oh, I'm very torn. Nothing's fine, I'm torn. So he went home and...
In a sense. They really just changed the lens on
yeah.
the camera and made it seem like it was nighttime, and then he was, like, hunting his way back to the house. But he shows up at the door, knocks a couple times, hands on the glass, just like... Every single man in the house was like, he's back! Security!
Wow, way to commit! You okay? Wait,
Sure, it was a very real moment where I was like, more than halfway over. It's like, oh no.
You really dove deep!
I just got into character.